Welcome in everyone to our first official vlog week. We are here to document our little journey as we build our at-home business with 3D printing along with selling our bead supplies. And we just added our third printer here, the V2 combo printer from Anycubic, the Cobra 3. Yeah, we finally got that thing set up, ready to go. We finally shifted around our printers. We have them all up on a rack now, and we just got to get these things calibrated and ready to print. So the last piece of hardware to install on the printer is going to be the camera. We do need to print the mount for that, so we got to get that going for sure this week. I do have a camera for both the V1 and the V2 that I have, so we're going to do 2 mounts. This will really help me out when I'm sending prints to my printers when I'm at work. So yeah, I'm really excited to get that going. And after powering on the V2, it does have a firmware update that needed to get done, so we got that done, recalibrated the other printers that were moved around, and I think we kind of got everything settled in place now. So I did go with the plan, and I went ahead and put the 2 camera mounts on the A1 Mini here with the PETG translucent blue. I think it's going to look really cool on the Cobra 3 printers with the black and the orange and silver that they got going on. So yeah, and it's going to help a lot to just be able to look on my mobile app and be able to see if the prints are going good or not. So I haven't been able to test out too many different brands of filament, but for the PLA black and white, I was really happy with Bamboo Lab. I did switch over and got a big multi-pack of King Rune. Was not too happy with how the black was turning out on that one. So I went with Overture this time, and I've been really liking that one. Alright, checking in on the A1 Mini, and it looks like our camera mounts are just about done, and I'm really liking the way that blue looks. That'll look really nice on the machines. Over here on the V2, we do have some little Blob Lab skeletons. We're printing that in the Overture white that we just plugged into the Ace Pro, so this will be our first test print. And then down here, we're going to get some more centers printing on that. Checking back in on the printers, and it looks like we did get these little skeletons to stick. We put some brim around them, and looks like they're printing pretty good. Liking the way that's looking. And our camera mounts are officially done now, so we can peel these off the plate. I've only ever used the textured PEI plates to print on, and it still never fails. Like, I'm really surprised at the grip that they have on these prints. And I do like the textured imprints that it leaves as well. On some products, it's really nice. And down here we are testing out a new filament. It's a sunflower translucent sparkle gradient type thing. I don't think it'll turn out very well on these smaller prints. On a taller one I think it'll do good, but I still just wanted to test it out and see what it looks like. Alright, back on the A1 Mini, and we have a stand printing for the dummy 13s. And over here we got the skeletons going. And down here we still have those cabs going, and it looks like we're finally showing some color, so looking pretty cool with that yellow. And this is scaled up to 150% size on that stand there. Looks like we might have lost a set of hands and a half, so check into that adhesion issue. Alright, the stand turned out pretty good. We did sell a lot of dummy 13 kits this summer, regular size and scaled up to 150%, but it did seem like the 150% size was a lot more popular. I think it was easier to put together for everybody, so we wanted to go ahead and get a stand printed so we could take some photos and see if we can make a better product out of what we were selling this summer. And this PETG really sticks to this textured PEI plate. It's both the Bamboo Lab plate and Bamboo Lab filament. So yeah, I've never actually had any PETG have an adhesion issue on the Bamboo Lab texture plate, so. Alright, our first official print on the new printer is done, but it looks like we lost all the sets of hands. They kind of flew off the back there. So we are going to need to look into that. This plate is a little bit textured more rough than the first Cobra 3 that I got, so I don't know if that makes a difference or not. As we go along here, I'm going to try to give it a good wash and try to break down some of the roughness on the textured plate. And we did get some stringing attached to this guy, so hopefully we can clean him up. All in all, the smoothness on the prints are really nice. This is at a 0.12 layer height, so really smooth. I'm liking the way that that's turning out. I'll probably use that layer height on a lot of the art style toys that I plan on printing. Well, we started another print last night, and it looks like we just got bombed with some spaghetti issues, but what I'm realizing is that there's kind of a cold draft in this room at night, so it affected not just this printer but also the A1 Mini print that I had going as well. They are on a top shelf. This bottom shelf here didn't have any issues, but it is lower, a little bit more, I don't know, protected from the air, so something we're gonna have to look into. We moved on over to some of the other accessories that we needed to print for the skeletons we're working on. But these are at normal size, and I printed all these little skeletons at 75% size. So I'm gonna have to print some 100% size bodies and heads and some 75% worms. But that's okay, I was planning on doing that anyways. And I got the worm eyes printing over here on the A1 mini. And down here we are picking out some new colors. We're gonna do some new sets, our actual full line of new colors. And we got some requests from some of our customers on Facebook, so we figured we better get these rolling out. So our worms have finished all up. They look nice, I like the way the color came out. And then over here, the worm eyes did good, but the blob eyes did not, so we stopped that one. And this color is looking really nice. Alright, so now on the Cobra 3 V2, we have some Grim Reaper parts printing in the Overture Black PLA. And we have a dummy 13 kit card here at 150% scale. And these might be my favorite colors on the cab so far. And we got some parts here that will need to be assembled, glued together. And that dino ended up looking really cool, even though it was a mistake. But so I just got done starting another print on the V2, and this was stuck up under here under the nozzle. Still having issues with this one, but again, I'm pretty sure it's the plate just not getting able to adhere to it nicely, because it still feels a little bit rough, and every time I wash it, it gets a little less rough. So I cleaned off the nozzle there, and I'm going to give it another good scrub, see if I can't break it down a little bit more. But yeah, as you can see, I've been having quite a few issues here, so just kind of break it in. I have hope for it still though, because it does good. Prints are coming out nice and everything, so I'm just going to keep working on it. But these are the parts we've gotten done so far, and we're just gonna kind of keep working along with the machines we got going. Working on a new little blob rock right here. Had the dark gray on there, so it's a perfect color for it. These little guys are cute, so I'm excited. And just starting another plate of these cabs here. Same color scheme going on. So now we're for sure going to keep an eye on this one right here and see if we can't figure the problem out. And hopefully we gain a little bit more experience on solving issues. But do let me know down in the comments if you've ever experienced any like rougher textured plates that have given you issues brand new, and if breaking them in helps solve your problems or what. Alright, our first test blob rock is coming along, and it is looking really cute. I really like that. So hopefully that finishes up. Got a lot more gray to do more too after this one if it turns out good. And we had one more failure. We had another blob onto the nozzle there, but scrubbed it down and feels good now, and still doing the same prints down there. And this is our lineup right now of parts that we can start kind of putting together. Same with the camera and the mount. And we got a dummy 13 kit ready to go too. My little dino, rockin' dino. Alright, so we moved on to some other models of the blob rocks. And got these three finished up. Added some brim to the feet, so they stuck to the plate better, but these are coming up really nice. And I tried some eyes over here for some of the blob skeletons, but some white got stuck on there. Might have to reprint these ones. But just doing a few at a time, just kind of testing these ones out. Making sure I don't have any issues overnight. Alright, then we got these bear paw caps down here. These look really, really nice. I really like the way that this color's looking. I think the filament we got is like a blue galaxy from Zero, I think. So we have one little blob rock there. Still gotta put those together, the mounts and the cameras. Haven't done much assembling just yet. So now we're trying to do a little bit more of a plateful for the eyes. Try and get a few more done at a time now that we're having luck getting them to stick. And got a lava rock going on here. He's got some head parts that have to get glued on. And we have a few more designs still to go through with this color scheme we got. Yeah, still plugging along here. Alright, so now these are the inserts to the eyes we've been printing in black. So this is the white that goes inside. Looks like they just got done. Everything looks good here. Turned out good. No failures. So yeah, I think we're getting this plate figured out now. And trying to do a few more at a time. Here are the blob rocks. A couple more styles. And another design down there. And the collection is growing. Definitely got a lot more to assemble now. But yeah, these are all looking really good. I really like this designer. Blob Lab is the designer on this one. I have a Patreon for them and just been trying to test out all the designs. And then here I got this, all the cabs going. Almost got those done. Yep, just another day trying to get more stuff printed so we can start taking photos of products and get stuff listed. Now we're doing some of the bigger pieces in the white, trying to do the 100% size on those skeletons. And still trying to get through all the different designs on the blob rocks. And I think we're on our last design, I think, of that color. And we just keep adding to our little blob lab army here. Here's a nighttime shot. It looks so cool at night. I like just turning off all the lights. Especially with the lights on the Anycubics, they look really cool. Looks a little ghostly. Alright, so the next morning here, and we'll see how these turned out. Everything looks good except for one hand. One hand didn't make it overnight, not a surprise. Looks like it's strung to the skeleton though, so this head here I might have to, definitely gonna reprint this head, but it's alright. Still really good quality prints though. And I know it's not the models or anything, it's definitely the plate. Yep, really happy with the quality of these designs and these models. And then same designer on these. So cute. I'll have to start printing the props for some of these. Little head or hat of hair goes on this one to make it like a Blob Ross, like Bob Ross. And here's some of the turtle designs we have. In a teardrop shape. Yeah, I really like the way that looks. You can kind of see a better bit of the shimmer in the filament there. Alright, so all in all, pretty good turnout for the overnight prints. Not too bad. Pretty happy with all the turnout. And we got a good little lineup here for assembly now, so we'll be running out of space here soon, so we'll have to get all these put together and get them out of the way. I'm lucky to be able to take some time at my day job to be able to plan out some things for my week, keep me on track. I also get the opportunity to do some beadwork while I'm here. We do get to sell some of our beadwork at our booths and stuff, especially when we go to powwows and craft fairs. They're especially good sellers. So I take the opportunity to bead when I can while I'm here as well. And these beads that I'm using are some of the beads that we sell as well. That we sell the products that other people use to bead with, and we also use them ourselves. And walked out of work to this beautiful storm in the sky here. So our home is running out of space. We need to purchase a little studio shed we're going to build off the side of our front deck. And we're just picking one out so we can get one coming so we can start working on that. And we'll have our live shop, online shop type thing in there. And then we were also gifted this Cricut Explorer Air 2. It was in somebody's storage, but it had never been used before. So my brother-in-law's girlfriend did a little deal with us, and she's given this to us for our business. And we're gonna bead her daughter's graduation cap this spring. So pretty good deal, and I'm excited to kind of see what else we can do with our business with this little machine here too. Okay, so I'm trying some of that sunflower gradient filament to do some of the lava in these rocks. I think I am gonna order some more of a translucent type of solid color that just stays consistent, but I wanted to test these out to see how they looked. They don't look too bad, but when it hits the yellow, I don't know if they'll look correct, so. And I'm testing out one blob mushroom. They got little heinies. They look so cute. But yeah, I printed all the white parts for that. And I think I gotta get some new colors lined out for those. And there's our Blob Army. Those were some of the last cabs we needed on that color set. Okay, so after a few days of printing, this is what we've come up with to kind of start getting some products put together so we can start getting them photoed and listed. Just kind of keep testing out more models. Here's more of a close-up on this little dude. So I think we're going to go ahead and do some of our assembling tonight. Here's a little lava guy here. He comes in multiple pieces. They kind of click into each other, but we're going to use some glue to secure them safely. And yeah, we're going to see how many we can tackle. So here's our little lineup of what we got finished this week. Got some of these put together and they are looking so cute. Like they got some life put into them, even our spooky little skeletons. And this officially wraps up our first vlog week. I really want to thank everybody that's tuning in, especially all my new subscribers. It means a lot to me to have you guys along for the journey here. And I just hope that you guys enjoy and tune into more of our weekly vlog. Thank you everyone, and I'll see you next week.